All right, you guys. So welcome back to another episode of The Mandalorian season premiere for season 3 of The Mandalorian. So just to catch some of you up with the Mandalorian series, and hopefully you are fully caught up with the Mandalorian series if you're watching this particular reaction. But through season 1 and season 2, we've had the Mandalorian and Grogu together. In season 2, we learned we learned Grogu's name. We also learned that he was at the Jedi Temple. We also ran into Ahsoka in season 2, which was really, really nice and very cool. And then at the end of season 2, we had Grogu leaving with Luke Skywalker off to be trained at his Jedi Temple, which was very, very awesome and very, very cool. And then in the book of Boba Fett, we catch up with Grogu and Luke at the temple. We also have the Mandalorian going to visit Grogu. He goes to visit, but he does not actually get to see Grogu, but he does leave him with a Beskar chain vest for his protection and asks that it be given to Grogu. And then a little later on in that episode, Grogu is given an opportunity to choose between going back to see his father, the Mandalorian, or choosing to stay as a Jedi, being offered Yoda's lightsaber by Luke Skywalker. We find out a little bit later that Grogu chooses to go back to his father. That's basically where we are at this particular point. So some really, really cool stuff. And then, of course, the Mandalorian did some really, really cool damage during those Boba Fett episodes. We got to see him going back to his bounty hunter ways, slicing people in half, just really being very, very vicious. So some really, really cool stuff has transpired all the way up to this point. So at this point, we have our two guys together. Also, Moff Gideon has been captured by the Republic. Now, whether he gets freed or not, we don't know, but we do know from some sources that he is going to be heavily featured in this particular season. So guess is that he is going to escape the Republic somehow, more than likely through his troops that are going to come to rescue him, which should be really interesting, and whether they show us that or just tell us, or if it's something that happens off screen. But some really cool stuff, guys. For my viewers that also watch my Bad Batch reactions, I'm going to try and get that in today. That's going to be my second upload. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload it before I take off for work today. So that might be an upload that happens a little bit later on in the evening this Wednesday, or probably up first thing on Thursday morning. But I will do my best to get that Bad Batch reaction up as well. But I'm going to film both of those tonight. So guys, let's go ahead and get into this first episode of season 3 of The Mandalorian on Disney+. Oh, it's the armorer. I thought I heard clanking. Oh, wow. Someone's being initiated. Oh, a young man is being initiated, or a young woman, maybe. Uh-oh. He didn't get to finish it. Whoa, whoa. Damn. Damn. They're gonna blow a hole in him? Damn, damn. Well, he's got a shell. Wow. Damn. Oh, he's rolling over like an alligator. That's sweet. That is sweet. Damn. Look at the armor. Wow, that thing is moving up on land. Damn. Oh, the youngling's gonna try to save the armor. And he's gonna get killed. Oh, is that the Mandalorian? Damn. Mando. Great beginning. I love it. What did he find? What is that?
Proves that Mandalore's entire surface has been crystallized by fusion rays.
If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, then by creed, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
This is the way.
This is the way. Does he see? Oh, he sees a Grogu whale. That's a Grogu. It's a Grogu whale. He can see it. Wow, that's interesting. That's a huge connection. Look at it. It's a bunch of them. That is a huge connection to Rebels. And to Ezra and to Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Oh, Navarro. We're back on Navarro. The chef droid that we saw last season. Oh, a bat monkey? Oh. So Navarro is thriving, and the space monkeys are no longer lunch. They live in the trees, which is cool.
Do you remember your old friend?
He's got a little robot carrying his cape. That's cool. High Magistrate. And they did the, I love that handshake that they did. That's a definite Easter egg to Predator, the first Predator with him and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Stand aside, John. Don't you know who we are?
Come on, Vane. That'll be enough of that.
Grief, Karga, my old friend.
Come. Join me for a drink back in my office. We'll toast to your captain.
We drink here.
That is a school now.
I say it's still a bar. Now bring us a drink.
Is there a problem here, Magistrate?
Is there a problem here? What do you think? Tell Captain Gordon Sharp that Navarro is no longer friendly to pirates. Now get out of here.
Took out his crew. Really?
IG-11 was destroyed on the lava river. This is
IG-11 back?
Parts, are they not?
Is IG-11 coming back?
He'll find you one, I guarantee it.
No, he needs IG-11. So that's why IG-11 is missing from the statue in the trailer. If they bring IG-11 back, it's over. It's over, man. He's back. IG back. IG-11's back. He's gonna self-destruct. Oh no, he went back to his original protocol. Darn it. Damn. Terminator. Damn. Terminator, just like when the thing crushes the Terminator's head in the first Terminator.
I think he
Ah. Bobby Frank, but I don't know if this is Bobby Frank. Just that's a bunch of them now. Grogu. Oh my God.
Miss, is your enemy proximity warning indicator? Hang on, kid. We got pirates.
This is cool. Definitely reminiscent of Empire Strikes Back. Nice. Series. Damn. He's gonna pick them off one by one. He's gonna pick them off one by one. Damn. Damn. What did he crash into? Oh, they're like you said, they're mining the asteroids. Ooh. Damn, is he gonna get captured?
Think ferret. They have a target lock on us.
Surrender your ship and I will spare your life.
Kid, never trust a pirate.
Nice. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is this where we see Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, Bo-Katan.
When I returned without the Darksaber, my forces melted away.
Where is the stolen fleet?
Making their way through the galaxy as mercenaries. Do you still have the saber?
I do.
Then you lead them. Wave that thing around, and they'll do whatever you say. Go home. There's nothing left.
I am going to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
You are a fool. There's nothing magic about the mines of Mandalore. They supplied Beskar ore to our ancestors, and the rest is superstition.
I will find out if the planet is really poisoned.
Goodbye, Dinjarin.
Very, very good first episode. Really good episode. All right, you guys. So that was an excellent episode. First episode of the third season for The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed that immensely. There was a lot that happened in that episode. They're setting us up for this new adventure for Din Djarin, who has to bathe in the waters and the mines of Mandalore. We get an opening shot where we're getting an initiation of a young Mandalorian, a youngling, a foundling, I mean to say. And he's being initiated. We have the armorer creating his helmet. She paints the helmet. She brings the helmet out to him during the ceremony that takes place in at the edge of this water, this embankment where there's some water. And just as they're ending the ceremony, this large alligator type creature comes up, and the Mandalorians start battling them. And it's a very good, lengthy battle. I love the fact that the alligator does the barrel roll, just like an alligator here on Earth would, pulls down the Mandalorians. Just some really great action shots in that first scene with the Mandalorian, with all of the Mandalorians there, and the armorer, and the armorer is in danger, and the youngling who is being initiated, the foundling who is being initiated, runs up to save the armorer, and then Pla Vizsla knocks the foundling out of the way, and he tries to take down the monster, and then we get the Mandalorian coming in with his Naboo fighter, and modified Naboo fighter comes in and blasts the stomach of this creature and kills it and saves the day. However, he is still shunned by his clan. He removed his helmet, and he's basically not welcome there. But the armorer is civil with him, and she does say, "Hey, this is the way. If you're able to show me proof that you've bathed in the waters in the mines of Mandalore, then you most definitely will be reinstated to the clan." I also forgot to mention the Purrgil whales in the Mandalorian episode, and the connection for that particular creature being seen in the Mandalorian, which was really, really cool. We only got to see a silhouette of the Purrgil. It would be very, very hard to get those guys into live action, but to see them as they're traveling through light speed, and you see the Purrgil, just a silhouette of those Purrgil as Grogu can see them as he is traveling in light speed, which is really, really cool. And the significance of that, and there are spoilers for Rebels here, as I mentioned in my reaction, it does relate back to Rebels, but in Rebels, for the finale of Rebels, we saw that the Purrgil were the ones that took Ezra and Grand Admiral Thrawn away. We do know that the Purrgil can travel light speed. These are whale-like space whale-like creatures. If you haven't seen these creatures or don't know anything about them, they are whale-like creatures that can travel with light speed, and this is how the galaxy learned of light speed, by watching these creatures. Ezra has the power to connect with creatures, and he was able to connect with the Purrgil and take Admiral Thrawn away to wherever they ended up. And of course, we also know that Ahsoka is now looking for Ezra and Admiral Thrawn, who were taken away by those same Purrgil whales. So very cool connection for that, connecting back to Rebels. Just a really, really good, really exciting to see that connection. Then we have Mando taking off to Navarro. We meet up with Greef Karga, and we see that Navarro is absolutely thriving. It's a totally different place than what it was before. He is now the High Magistrate. For some reason, even his subordinates, his robots, can't get his title correct. He's basically changed Navarro for the better. And then we have some pirates who come in, and an establishment that was once a bar has now been turned into a school. These pirates insist that they're going to have a drink in this bar, regardless whether it's a school or not. And of course, Greef Karga shoots the weapon out of the main pirate's hand. I forget his name. And then him and the Mandalorian proceed to take out the other 4 pirates that are with him. So really, really cool action scene. And of course, they let the main pirate go. And then we get a very, very nice surprise, which I had no clue was coming. We did see in the trailer that at some point where Navarro is under attack, that the statue for IG-11 is missing, which is really interesting now that we know that Mando is trying to get IG-11 back and get him reprogrammed, which led to a really, really cool Terminator-like scene where IG-11 is crawling after Baby Yoda or Grogu, trying to get him like the Terminator, and then the statue, which I assume is of Greef Karga, falls and crushes the head, just like the machine crushes the head of the Terminator in the first Terminator. So definitely an homage to the Terminator there in that particular scene, and I really enjoyed that a lot. I thought it was very, very cool. After that, the Mandalorian is still insisting on trying to get IG-11 back, try to get him fixed, and that's where we come to meet and I forget the name of the species, but and it's not Bobic Frick, but these are obviously of the same creature as Bobic Frick, and they're trying to get him put back together, but the memory chip is destroyed and they can't get him back together. So the Mandalorian is now on a mission to get a new memory chip to reprogram IG-11 because he wants this droid back, and I so want IG-11 back. So that'll be absolutely cool if they can get IG-11 back. And then we get this really funny scene where Grogu grabs one of the little Baba Frick type creatures, and he's hugging him like he's a little doll, and the creature's screaming. Just that really funny scene. I thought that was very good, very funny. I'm glad it wasn't destroyed in the trailer or anything like that, because that was a really good scene. After this, the Mandalorian takes off from here, and he runs into a little trouble with the pirates that we met at the bar, and they're back and forth with their ships. And we get a very cool and an homage to Empire Strikes Back, where we get the asteroid scene, and we see exactly what Grief Karga was talking about, where they're mining the asteroids. This is obviously that asteroid area that they're mining. So we see there's some construction on some of the asteroids, which was really cool. But as they're fighting through this asteroid belt, the Mandalorian, and it's about 6 ships that he's going up against, and he basically takes them out one by one in a very cool fashion. However, with that same pirate that was at the bar, he leads him to Goran Shard. And Goran Shard, I think, is going to be not the main bad in this particular series. I think, obviously, as we heard, Moff Gideon is still out there, but he is still in the hands of the Republic at this particular point. But I think to start the season off, our main bad is going to be Goran Shard, this pirate, and the Mando has now taken out about 7 of his men or something like that in just one day. And now this guy Goran Shard is going to be after the Mandalorian. I think he's going to be causing some trouble for our heroes in the future. So that's a really nice aspect and villain added to this particular series, which is really cool. And I thought he looked really good. As a matter of fact, all of the aliens that we saw, the aliens in the ship, the aliens that we saw in Navarro, just really refreshing. Nothing against Andor. Andor was absolutely great, and I loved it. It is definitely one of the best Star Wars series ever. But The Mandalorian here is just some good old Star Wars fun with all of the aliens, all of the creatures, the Mandalorians, just some really good fun, which is a really good contrast to what we got with Andor. I think it's just really great to get these 2 types of series here, and I'm very excited to get the rest of this season with the Mandalorian. As the Mandalorian is brought up to Goran Shard's main ship, which looked very impressive, and all the guns are trained on the Mandalorian right there. The Mandalorian basically punches it and punches out of there and gets away. And then he heads to Kabbalah, where we run into Bo-Katan, who is the ruler of this empty castle. All of her forces have been depleted. She didn't get the Darksaber, and she now has no interest in retaking Mandalore. She has basically forsaken Mandalore as a poison and dead planet. Mandalorian is there to join her in her fight, but he finds that she's no longer interested because she does not have the Darksaber. And then we also found out that her forces have taken that Moff Gideon's ship, and now they're in Moff Gideon's ship as well. So that's another interesting aspect that we'll probably run into later on in this particular season. The episode ends on the Mandalorian leaving at that particular point, still on his mission to get that chip for IG-11. So we got some really good setup for the rest of the season. What I really loved about this episode is it spells out what we're going to be getting in this season. We have IG-11 most definitely coming back. We have this Goran Shard pirate that the Mandalorian is definitely going to have to deal with, as well as Navarro. And I think these are going to be the individuals who are attacking Navarro. And we see that the Mandalorians, the faction of Mandalorians, will join in that fight against the pirates, if it is in fact the pirates who are attacking Navarro in what we saw in the trailer. Then of course we have our mission to Mandalore, which is also cool as well, that Din Djarin has to partake on. So some really good storylines, and then also Bo-Katan as well. So some really good storylines that have already been built up in this first episode, just setting everything up for the rest of the season, and I really did enjoy that aspect. And then, of course, there were some great funny moments in this particular episode. And then, of course, the first opening scene where the Mandalorian takes out that alligator creature was just a great opening for this first episode. So really, really good first episode. I enjoyed it immensely, and I'm going to go ahead and score this episode, and I'm going to score this episode a 9.5 out of 10. Now, I most definitely would have scored it at 10, but there's no such thing as a perfect episode, even though I have scored certain episodes as a 10, like the Luke Skywalker episode at the end of the finale of season 2, because of that's just a very special and iconic moment for Star Wars, and that definitely deserves a 10. But this episode most definitely could have gotten a 10 because it just gave you everything that you needed. There was action. It gave you what the main storylines are going to be for the season. It introduced you to a new villain. We got to meet up with all of our new characters. It also explained what's going on with Cara Dune and Moff Gideon. It did it in under 30 minutes. So I think it was done very, very well. The pacing was great with this particular episode as well. I enjoyed it immensely, guys. But let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this particular episode of The Mandalorian Season 3, which is called Apostate, which is now what The Mandalorian is, since he is no longer with his faction. So some really, really good stuff. Very enjoyable first episode for Season 3 of The Mandalorian. So very, very nice stuff, and I enjoyed it immensely, guys. Please do catch me next week when we get into not only the second episode of season 3 for The Mandalorian, but we're also going to get our Bad Batch reactions in as well. I'm going to start my Bad Batch reaction right after this. Hopefully I'll be able to get that reaction up later on today, early this morning, but I'm not too sure because I do have to get myself off to work. So that particular reaction may be up later on tonight on the channel, guys. So please do check it out if you can. I really would appreciate it, guys. And if you could, please leave a like. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel out. And of course, leave a comment as well, guys. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.